We have never had more creative power. With a single subscription, you can access Figma, the entire Adobe Creative Cloud, and AI tools like Firefly. Yet, with a professional design studio's worth of equipment sitting on our laptops, many of us remain completely paralyzed. The ambition is clear. You want to become a digital product designer. You want to craft UI kits, sell custom icon packs, or build beautifully laid out Notion templates. Take a look at this chart tracking a hypothetical month in the life of a blocked creator. Over 30 days, the line for hours spent researching software and testing AI prompts climbs exponentially. Down at the bottom, the line tracking actual products launched flatlines at absolute zero. Reading about typography, studying color theory, or watching another tutorial feels remarkably similar to doing actual work. This loop floods the brain with dopamine, masking deep procrastination. You sit down at your desk with the drive to build an entire brand identity, only to stare at a blank artboard because you lack a single concrete idea of what to draw first. An infinite digital canvas triggers choice paralysis. When you have the tools to create literally anything, the decision to commit to one specific layout becomes mathematically overwhelming. When that creative block hits, the immediate reflex is to open another tab and consume even more information. You start obsessively researching tangential categories. You look up broad business ideas, then analyze top-selling digital products, and finally end up mapping out massive, year-long content strategies. Suddenly, you are trying to reverse engineer Etsy search algorithms while simultaneously attempting to build the perfect Gumroad landing page and optimize thumbnails for a YouTube channel you haven't even started. This funnel diagram illustrates the environment. It pulls in conflicting data points, creating a suffocating ecosystem of visual noise. Synthesizing this massive volume of advice places unsustainable pressure on the creator, forcing a psychological breaking point. Building these elaborate spreadsheets and complex content calendars serves a specific hidden purpose. It acts as a shield to protect you from the vulnerability of putting a real piece of work into the world. Hitting publish brings two terrifying possibilities into reality. The audience might actively dislike the work, mocking your font choices and layouts. Or, perhaps worse, the algorithm might bury it, leaving your project completely unnoticed. That frantic information gathering is driven by an emotional dread of failure. The core problem is the fear of being perceived, hiding behind a supposed lack of data. When you forcefully cut off those external inputs, the mental environment abruptly shifts. The noise drops away, leaving a profound, restricted silence. Without the distraction of another tutorial or case study, you are left in a quiet, vibrating isolation. You have to confront the unavoidable internal voice of your own self-doubt. The only logical antidote to this pervasive internal anxiety is the execution of a minimum viable action. Escaping the failure spiral demands the total abandonment of the perfect launch plan. You have to trade your comprehensive brand rulebook for the smallest possible physical action of putting pen to tablet. This image displays the intimidating reality of the true starting line. 0 followers, 0 customers, 0 sales. We are trained to view those zeros as a deficit. In reality, they offer a liberating blank slate, completely free from the weight of audience expectations or legacy branding. Genuine confidence is generated by existing at that starting line and accepting the constraints of the present, rather than trying to architect a flawless strategy for the future. This is where the creator's new identity, let's call it Blue Presso Studios, comes in. Think of it as a fragile, unproven experiment to play with layouts and pixels, rather than a fully formed corporate entity requiring a registered trademark. The practical resolution happens right now. You commit to opening your software tomorrow and exporting one single, highly imperfect digital product. Progress as a creator begins exactly on day one. The raw willingness to start executing is the only metric that dictates future success.